Hello and welcome to this video on the PiXL Apps, and in particular the Take a Test function within each of the subject apps. Take a Test has been designed to promote independent study. The tool is made up of a range of questions based on selected topics to help identify strengths and areas to develop within each subject. With our Maths app, we then have a range of resources to help with closing the gaps in a student's knowledge, but all are capable of reassessing students to check on the impact of any intervention. We currently have 4 subject apps: Geography, History, English Literature and Maths. Let's take a look at each one individually. If you want to skip to the relevant app that interests you the most, here are the timestamps that will help you to navigate the video. Within the Geography and History app, selecting Take a Test will bring up a range of different topics. Selecting any topic from the list, we can then see the different activities that could be used to assess our understanding of that topic. Sort it, true or false, match it, multiple choice, do it, and sequencing. Let's take a look at each one briefly. With Sort It, students are given a range of cards that they need to simply drag and drop into one of 2 categories. At the end of the sorting activity, students are shown the cards that they have correctly placed before moving on to the next sorting activity under the same topic. With True or False, students are given a question and the True or False buttons at the bottom of the screen. Selecting a button will reveal the answer before moving on to the next question. With Match It, students are given a statement or definition, and they need to identify the correct term. Selecting a term will instantly mark it before moving them on to the next question. With Multiple Choice, students are given a key question and 4 possible answers. When students select one of the options, the site will mark their response and allow them to progress on to the next question. Depending on the subject, there are up to 2 different Do It activities. The first will ask questions based on images, and the second on evidence. Students will be shown the image or evidence and a follow-up question. Students will need to type in their answer before selecting Mark It to see their feedback and to move on to the next question. With sequencing, students are given up to 10 cards that they need to sort into a particular order. Students need to drag and drop the statements into the correct order, and they will be given instant feedback on their progress. Once all the cards have been correctly placed, they will be given the option to move on to the next question. At the end of any activity, students will be prompted to begin the task again. The order of the questions will change so that the questions that they got wrong in the last attempt will be shown first, followed by any questions that they haven't yet attempted, before any questions if they've previously got right as part of good retrieval practice. The menu where students first selected their topics and activities has now also been updated with their feedback from their engagement. Through the use of RAG, students quickly get an overview of where they're at with each topic, and this will help drive them to focus on areas of development. For every question that a student attempts under Take a Test, they will earn 1 engagement point. There will be more information on this in my scoreboard video. Within the English Literature app, selecting Take a Test will bring up a range of different texts. Selecting one from the list, we can see the different activities that can be used to assess our understanding. Quotation learning, character learning, play your quotes right, events and happening, key vocabulary or literature terminology. Let's take a look at each one briefly. With quotation learning, students will be prompted to select a specific chapter, act or stave. Students will then be shown a quote that they must complete by replacing the asterisk with a key word. Each asterisk represents a missing letter. Underneath is then a multiple choice question based on whom or what the quotation is about. Once both have been completed, students can mark their work, see their feedback before moving on to the next quotation. With each attempt of completing the quote, either more or less words will be replaced within the quote depending on prior success. Like with quotation learning, character learning takes the quotes to another level. Character learning adds in a second multiple choice question that quizzes students on who is speaking. With Play Your Quotes Right, students are given 2 quotes. students must identify the correct chronological order and who was speaking each quote. With events and happening, students are given up to 10 events. Students need to put each event into chronological order. Every time students attempt this activity, either more or less events will be shown to support or increase the challenge. With key vocabulary or literature terminology, students are given a statement or a definition and need to identify the correct term using the multiple choice buttons. As soon as students select an option, they will be shown their feedback. At the end of any activity, students will be prompted to begin the task again. The order of the questions will change so that the questions that they got wrong in their last attempt will be shown first, followed by any questions that they haven't yet attempted, before any questions that they've previously got right as part of good retrieval practice. The main menu where students first selected their texts and activities has now also been updated with their feedback from their engagement. Through the use of RAG, students quickly get an overview of where they're at with each text, and this will help drive them to focus on areas of development. For every question that a student attempts under Take a Test, they will earn 1 engagement point. There will be more information about this in my scoreboard video. Within the Maths app, selecting Take a Test will bring up a range of different topics. Selecting any topic will then show you the subtopics. You can build a test with as many subtopics as you like from any topic. To begin the test you've created, select Begin. With each question, you'll notice the stars along the top. The stars are your indicator of how difficult the displayed question is within each subtopic. You can use the stars to change the difficulty, but it is a good idea to start with the 1-star questions and work your way through to better understand the journey of that subtopic. To answer the question, use your keypad if you're using a desktop or laptop, or a combination of the drawing pad and the provided keypad if you're on a mobile or tablet. Once you're happy that you've answered the question, select Mark It or press the Enter key. Once this has been done, you'll see a tick or a cross. If the question was incorrectly answered, the answer will be shown underneath. And if it was wrong, it's important to have a go at a similar question, so select Next Question or a star at the top of the page. But before attempting this new question, let's take a look at some of the other resources on this page. Within the menu bar, you'll see Video and a Notes button. Selecting the Notes button will bring up the basic notes on the subtopic that may help you to access the question. These are ideal if you're using the app in the classroom and cannot have a video playing. Selecting the Video button will bring up one of 2 different types of video: a full-blown video tutorial on the chosen subtopic or a silent worked example. Once the notes have been reviewed or the video has been watched, return back to the question and have another go. Answering it correctly will then move you on to the next level or skill. The menu where students first selected their topics and subtopics has now been updated with their feedback from their engagement. Through the use of ragged stars, students quickly get an overview of where they're at with each topic, and this will hopefully drive them to focus on areas of development. For every question that a student attempts under Take a Test, they'll earn 1 engagement point. There'll be more information about this in my scoreboard video.